up, Titas and Titas? Jared and Conde here. You're watching TitoFit. And in this channel, we talk about health, we talk about fitness, and we give free fitness tips and health advice. But not the kind that replaces your doctor's advice. Just, just some tips that help you optimize your health and well-being through fitness mostly. So whenever we talk about health advice here, it's mostly connected to fitness and not really in the sense that your doctor can give you. So it's still best to trust your doctor. Always consult a medical professional when looking for actual health advice. And this advice does not replace that. Okay, so today's topic is... we're gonna talk about your regularity or lack thereof. Okay. So we're gonna talk about fiber. How it relates to your gut health. They're finding out that most of your health is actually related to your gut health, and we're gonna talk about how fiber affects that. So fiber, most of us don't get enough of it, and very, very few of us do get too much of it. So most likely you're in that camp that needs more of it than the one that needs less of it, okay? So here's the thing. When it comes to fiber, there are a lot of health benefits that are associated with consuming a lot of fiber-rich foods. So you have blood sugar control, you have, with the blood sugar control, it helps you avoid getting diseases like diabetes. Another thing is it also helps with your it also helps prevent certain cancers, most notably colon cancer and breast cancer. And then also it helps you keep your heart healthy. So it's good for your cardiovascular health. And finally, the obvious part is it's actually very good for your intestinal and digestive health. So those are the benefits of fiber. Now, there are two kinds of fiber. You have soluble and insoluble fiber. The soluble fiber is the type that can be dissolved in water. So it dissolves in water, and this gel-like substance helps with blood sugar control and improving blood cholesterol as well, and blood sugar, hence helping you avoid diabetes. Now on the other hand, you have insoluble fiber, which attracts water and helps you pass your poop more easily. So it helps let things go through a little bit more smoothly. If you're having a hard time trying to, take a dump, you may need more insoluble fiber. A lot of this insoluble fiber can come from foods like oats, bran, some of that kind of thing, even from things like chia seeds, flax seeds. So how much fiber should you take? For the ladies, about 30 grams of fiber per day should suffice if you are taking about a 2,000 calorie diet. If you're a man, about 40, closer to 40, 35 to 40 grams of fiber per day. Now, if you are consuming closer to a 2,500 calorie diet per day. So those are the daily recommendations according to the American Heart Association. Okay, so not according to TitoFit, but according to the American Heart Association. So let's move on to some foods that are rich in fiber now that you know the health benefits and the recommended suggested daily intake of fiber. So let's move on to the common foods that have a lot of fiber. So start with fruit. When it comes to fruit, you want to take your fiber in the form of solid fruit, or if you are going to blend your fruit, in a blender, definitely don't drink it as juice, because when you drink it as juice, the fiber is gone. So it goes straight to you, spikes your blood sugar, and when that happens, that's a signal to your body to store more fat, so we don't want that. So the fiber in fruit is what slows down the spike of the insulin, so that's a good thing. So some of the highest fiber content in fruits include avocados, raspberries, blackberries, bananas, apples. These are the higher fiber fruits. Even strawberries are there, and blueberries are also part of that list. Let's move on to vegetables. So as far as vegetables are concerned, a lot of people do take vegetables. Quick side note, most of fiber comes from plant-based foods, comes from plant food. So basically, if you don't eat vegetables or fruits, you're in trouble, because you do need to take them not just for the antioxidants and the micronutrients, but also for their fiber content. So, in vegetables, artichokes are high. You have onions, you have garlic. Onions and garlic, by the way, are also very rich in prebiotic fibers. So the prebiotic fiber, these are what feed the good bacteria in your gut to help you resist disease, things like that. Basically, building up your immune system involves feeding the good bacteria in your gut. So it's best to also remember to take in prebiotic fiber. So vegetables that are high in fiber include artichokes, kale, spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, garlic, onions, and the like. So remember, you want to feed the different bacteria, the different good bacteria in your gut with the different types of prebiotic fiber. Next up is legumes. Okay, legumes, so these are beans. So beans are very, very high in fiber as well. So we have black beans, things like that. We have edamame, if you're into that, lentils. Of course, our local Baguio beans, or I think they're called, what are they called in ano bang English ng Baguio beans? String beans? Is that it? Anyway, alright. So, after that, you also have nuts and seeds. So with nuts and seeds, you have chia seeds, flax seeds, Brazil nuts, walnuts, almonds, peanuts. All of this have high fiber content. And then, finally, let's go to whole grains. Now, I know when it comes to whole grains, I think a lot of you are going to enjoy most of the fiber-rich foods here. One of the highest fiber-rich foods is popcorn. So, I don't know kung na-experience nyo na to, pero like, nanood kayo ng sine, medyo napasobra yung popcorn nyo. Next day, paggising, last full show ang kanood na sine, uwi ka na, okay ka na. Tapos, nagising ka ng umaga. Medyo yung tiyan mo, parang tinatawag ka, nagmamadali ka, tinatawag ka ng CR. Kasi yun, may papasabugin ka dun. So yun. Popcorn has a very, very high fiber content, followed by oats. You also have things like brown rice, black rice, wheat bran. To be fair, a slice of whole wheat bread. Now, better of course if it's whole wheat sourdough because the fermentation helps the body deal with some of the inflammatory grains in the wheat. Now, that's a different topic altogether. But yeah, so it's not bad, but just don't have too much bread. Now, especially if you're trying to lose weight. We also have quinoa, if you're into that, if you like substituting your rice with quinoa. So these are foods that are high in fiber. So it's best to get a variety of these foods to take advantage of the benefits. So here are some easy ways to increase your fiber intake. Number one, remember, eat your fruit, don't drink it. Okay? Now, if you will drink it, make sure you put it in the blender where the blender can where you still are able to get to drink the fiber. Kasi pag juice yun, wala nang fiber yun. Number two, when you choose snacks, choose the ones that are high in fiber. Nuts, seeds, popcorn, maybe not too much, but not too much popcorn, and go easy on that butter because it does have a high fat content. Number three, when you eat grains, choose the whole grains instead of refined ones. Like for example, if you do have a choice between brown rice and white rice, you may want to choose brown rice over white rice. There's a little bit of a caveat there, but we're just talking about fiber for this one. So just about fiber, just to increase fiber, brown rice has higher fiber content. But I personally prefer black rice. So I mix a little bit of black rice with my white rice, or rather my wife does that, okay? Number four, you can also choose to add legumes to your diet, legumes on your diet like black beans, lentils, other types of beans, even sa Pinas, mahilig kumain ng munggo, diba? So not too much, just a little bit of legumes every now and then. So especially for those who are careful about the anti-nutrients that do cause some gout there, you may wanna don't go too crazy on these. And finally, don't forget to eat more vegetables. That's a very, very easy way to increase fiber. When it actually comes to food, guys, the biggest problem is when you're dogmatic about something, when you stick to a specific dogma. Like, Veganism is not a cure-all. The same with, on the opposite end of the spectrum, you have people who practice carnivore. That is definitely not a healthy thing as well. And when you go there, people who practice intermittent fasting act like it is the cure-all for all maladies. It's not as well. All of these are simply tools. You can practice intermittent fasting, you can eat your vegetables, while also taking advantage of the nutrients you get from meats, fish, chicken, all of this. So the key to a proper and healthy life is actually having a balance of all of these foods and taking advantage of all the benefits that food has to offer. It's one of the great things about life, don't you agree? Getting to eat food. And like I said, everything in balance is key. So Titos and Titas, I hope you like that video. If you're not regular, you need to regularly watch TitoFit and regularly eat your fiber, regularly eat your vegetables. So thanks Titos and Titas. That's it for today.